It is with profound honor and deep appreciation that I welcome you to the official launch of the 10th Ghana CEOs Summit and Expo. Today is not merely the unveiling of a conference, it is the commemoration of a decade of national economic dialogue architecture built deliberately to connect business leadership, government policy, investment capital, and global thought leadership in shaping Ghana's development trajectory. The strategic position of the summit now stands as National Executive Policy Dialogue Institution, bringing together government, industry, investors, development partners, and emerging leaders to accelerate private sector-led growth and national competitiveness. Now, Decade of Impact Reports. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, over the past decade, this platform has delivered measurable national impact across 10 strategic pillars, including strengthening structural public-private dialogue, improving investment confidence and visibility, advancing corporate governance and leadership standards, aligning fragmented policy and business priorities, strengthening executive decision-making culture, elevating Ghana's investment diplomacy profile, supporting leadership transitions during economic cycles, amplifying national economic discourse through the media, inspiring emerging entrepreneurial leadership, and positioning Ghana as a regional hub for executive thought leadership. These outcomes represent one clear truth. The summit has evolved from dialogue into influence, and from influence into national economic impact. After 10 years of dialogue, Ghana must now enter a decade of execution, accountability, and measurable transformation. From policy formulation to implementation, from intent to delivery, from ambition to results.
Now, this year's theme is accelerating Ghana's economic transformation, driving bold reforms through leadership, technology, and industrialization for sustainable growth. I hope that this CEO's summit will bring about leadership that will encourage the private sector to achieve the theme that has been set out for us, to accelerate industrialization, to build resilient systems with redundancy, business continuity, and risk mitigation. Today, the world is fragmented. We're living with forces that defy the market. Countries can walk into countries and take them over. Business leaders can be abducted. Business rules can change. And most of the financial rules are against globalization. Being African, you can find that your legal identity makes it more difficult to open an account in another country. So you feel excluded just because you're African. To transfer money from north to south is a challenge because the financial rules will immediately flag it and ask for serious documentation to prove that the source of the money is real. Whereas transferring money from south to north is much easier and doesn't cause any more problems. So this geopolitical risk and economic exposure means that we have to think about industrialization and about technology, about how we advance the national agenda and increase productivity and efficiency in Ghana and in Africa in a different way. We need to understand that global disruptions can cause vulnerabilities that affect industrialization and production. We have to think locally and transfer most of the supply chain locally so we can control our own destiny.
As the leader of one of the Ghana's most foremost engineering institutions, which powered Ghana's industrialization agenda, we are always delighted to see the engine of the economy, the private sector, grow and impact lives. VRA marks 65 years this month. And I'm proud to say that we have remained resolute, consistent, and reliable in providing electricity for the country and to energize lives in the West African sub-region.
We are proud as knowledge partners and reaffirm our commitment to driving impactful dialogue and offering policy insight aimed at shaping the business agenda and economic transformation. The summit, now marking its 10th anniversary, comes at a time when the Ghanaian economy has witnessed significant improvement since the turn of 2025.
Countries that have achieved consistent economic development, such as Singapore from the Far East and Rwanda nearby, have one thing in common: disciplined fiscal policies and resilient macroeconomic frameworks. In Singapore, strong central planning and prudent financial management have enabled steady growth, low inflation, high levels of investment for decades. And in Rwanda, after economic turmoils of the 1990s, it rebuilt its economy by prioritizing stability, resulting in average GDP growth of above 7% over the past decade. For Ghana, the stakes are very clear. Recent improvements show what is possible when stability is restored.
For us as CEOs, this is not a moment for mere talk. It is a call to action. Ghana has in abundance what many countries are still trying to develop. We have talent, natural resources, and entrepreneurial drive. More importantly, we have political stability, which provides the enabling environment necessary for any form of development. And to the CEOs in this room, let me say this clearly. Your role goes far beyond your own companies. You're not just running businesses, you are shaping investment, you are creating jobs, you are developing talent. You are helping to decide what kind of economy Ghana becomes.
Over the years, the summit has evolved into one of Ghana's most important private sector platforms, helping to shape national conversation around investment, industrialization, and economic policy. Ghana economy is at a critical point as we navigate a period of recovery and repositioning. It is important to comment that as we speak, interest rates are down, but we have to also make sure that the microeconomy is affected with this.
Technology has moved from the back office to the boardroom. It now determines competitiveness, productivity, and national relevance. At the start of 2024, nearly 70% of Ghanaians were online, and mobile penetration exceeded 110%. This tells us one thing clearly: Ghana is digitally ready. What we lack is not access, it is execution at scale. Digital readiness without execution is wasted potential.
What bothers me and what concerns me now is not the beautiful apartments I do and the beautiful houses my company builds. It's food scarcity. That is my concern. I had a vision I shared with my team, and we decided to go into farming. If the Swedes have gone back to books, leaving technology, leaving the iPad and stuff for kids, we should go back to the basics. We should start farming.
In Ghana, we already have the vision, we have the strategies, we have all the plans. What we have not consistently achieved is the clarity of the outcomes, discipline of execution, and accountability for results.
Economic transformation does not happen through vision alone. It happens when leaders across governments, business, and industry take deliberate steps to build stronger institutions, deepen local value chains, and expand opportunities for businesses to grow and compete.
I am really proud to be here as a long-time supporter of this summit since 2016. And the theme, which we are all aware of, is not aspirational language. It is a to-do list. And technology is the thread running through every item of it.
For us at the Ghana Stock Exchange, this platform provides a valuable opportunity to engage directly with CEOs and policymakers. We are already seeing tangible results. We cannot celebrate these milestones without acknowledging the support of the Ghana CEO platforms.
We've been a part of this journey from the beginning, and it is our commitment that we will continue to support this agenda, to position our country as the most preferred destination within the African sub-region. And we also want to let investors know that we've introduced a new service offering, that is what the division ahead now, the Aftercare Investor Grievance Division, that is supposed to support our investing companies to navigate the business environment with minimal challenges as much as possible.
For 10 years, the CEO Network has witnessed Ghana grow and store. Some would even say Ghana has retrogressed in some areas of our national life. But the CEO Network has continued to grow. I think it is a testament to great leadership. For Ernest, to have led this organization out of nothing without templates, and to have built an enterprise that has continued to put together a community of enterprises.
So on behalf of Ernest Elaboji, on behalf of all the brilliant speakers this morning, I'm proud to have the privilege of being the chairman of this event to declare the 10th Ghana CEO Summit, which will happen on 28 May 2026, duly launched.
Let's do it better. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!